7 o'clock.
Are they?
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Cuyahoga Heights Board of Education meeting on today, April 23rd, 2025. Will the treasurer please call the roll?
Mr. Devens.
Here.
Mrs. Etter.
Here.
Mrs. Decker.
Here.
Mr. Suchaki.
Here. 4 present, 1 absent. Ms. Prowse is ill this evening. She will not be joining us. On behalf of the board, I would like to welcome all students, staff, parents, and interested community members to tonight's Board of Education meeting. The board values and encourages public comment on education issues, and anyone having an interest in the actions of the board may participate during the public comments portion of the meeting. If so, please identify yourself on the board sign-in sheet. And a copy of the board meeting agenda is available on the website, and we do ask that you silence your cell phones during the meeting. At this point, ask that we rise for the pledge.
Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, first item of business tonight is approval of the agenda. I'll entertain a motion for that item.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Dobbins,
I'll second.
and second by Ms. Decker. Any discussion?
Yeah, we moved the executive session from the end of the meeting to right after public comments.
Right. Okay. Anything else? Hearing
None.
none, treasurer, please call the roll.
Mr. Devens.
Aye.
Mrs. Decker.
Aye.
Mrs. Etter.
Aye.
Mr. Suchaki.
Aye, motion passes 4-0. Moving on to section 3, recognitions. I'm going to turn it over to our superintendent, Mr. Young.
All right. It's the best meeting of the month when we get to recognize our students from our 3 buildings. To the students in the room, I want to congratulate you. Your teachers selected you among the best of the best for this month, and that means a lot. You represent the finest qualities we want in our students. You're good scholars, you're good leaders, you participate in activities, and we're very proud of you. To the families, you know, you're the direct connection to that. You know, our job is easy when we have great families, so I want to congratulate you all too. So we're going to start with our high school. We're going to start with Mr. Detre here? Okay, we're going to do pre-K first. Yeah, Mr. Detre, I think, had to run back to the office. So let's start with pre-K, our little superstars. All right, here we go.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Mrs. Scott, and I'm presenting on behalf of Mr. Melvin tonight. He's not here. So first, let's have Raylan come up for our first pre-K.
Beautiful.
Raylan lives in Valley View. Her family includes her parents, her sisters, and her grandparents. Family also has a dog named Diesel. Raylan enjoys creative activities at school, particularly drawing and making crafts. Outside of school, she participates in gymnastics and soccer. Looking to the future, Raylan aspires to be a sports team coach. She has a special message for her family, which is thank you for being the best and for loving me. Julia's hopeful attitude and reliable work ethic makes her not only an excellent student, but also an inspiring role model for her peers. Congratulations, Julia. All right, and last but not least, our 8th grade, Maddie Smith. I don't see Maddie here this evening, but we will read what her nominating teacher said about her. This month's word is hope, and Maddie Smith totally embodies it. She's always positive, even when things get tough, and she makes everyone around her feel more upbeat. Maddie shows us that hope isn't just wishing for stuff. It's about believing things can get better and making them better. Congratulations, Madeline. We are so lucky to have you at College Lake Middle School, and best of luck in high school. Great for our high school students.
All right, welcome everybody. We'll continue going up in grade level here. So from the high school, student of the month for the 9th grade is Jordan Thompson. Jordan is joined tonight by her mom, Megan, and her stepdad, George. The family live in Garfield Heights with their dog, Ziggy, and she told me that she has 11 other siblings who consider, step brothers and sisters in that. And she is somewhere in the middle of that lineup. This is her first year here at Cuyahoga Heights. Her favorite subject in school is English, and outside of school, Jordan stated she likes to read, draw, paint, and is starting to learn, or wants to learn, to play the guitar. She anticipates having to pursue a career as either a mortician or a lawyer when she grows up. And occasionally, I got to put this comment here, occasionally students at the high school level, we have teachers nominate. Occasionally, 2 teachers will nominate the same individual, and that usually tells me a sign as I read the nominations. This is the student, and Jordan was one of those for this month. That 2 separate teachers. So I'm going to read what both those teachers wrote in her nominations. I am very happy to nominate Jordan Thompson. From day one, Jordan has been a light of positivity in our classroom. Despite being a brand new student to the district in the fall, she comes to class every day with a smile and is prepared to accomplish whatever task is in front of her. She pushes herself to participate, even when it's not always easy. She is a leader, always helping to close the gaps between her and her peers. On top of it all, she is swiftly and naturally acquiring the French language and mastering many forms that are difficult for beginner-level students. She is filled with curiosity and has no shame in showing that. I am so proud of Jordan's accomplishments in French 1, and I am hopeful that she will continue in her linguistics studies. I cannot wait to see where she goes at Heights. And another teacher had this to say: I would like to nominate Jordan Thompson for Student of the Month. Despite being new to our school, she has already made a remarkable positive impact in my world history class. Her quick smile, eagerness to learn, and readiness to provide thoughtful answers contribute to the positive environment. Additionally, she consistently treats her peers with respect, fostering a supportive and inclusive environment. Congratulations to Jordan. Next, the student of the month for the 10th grade is Gemma D'Amico. Gemma, please come forward. Gemma is here with her parents, Jen and Mike. She is a resident of Valley View, and she has an older brother who also attends Cuyahoga Heights. She has been attending since kindergarten, and her favorite subject here at school is history. Gemma is in the orchestra, a member of the art club, Electric Strings, the theater, Red Rubies, and the swim team. Outside of school, she enjoys painting. Her most memorable experience at Heights was being in the spring musical this spring. She hasn't decided on what she wants to do when she is done with school, but knows it will likely include college. Her favorite part of Cuyahoga Heights is the opportunities to participate in sports and clubs and activities. And here is what her nominating teacher wrote. Gemma is an outstandingly remarkable, service-minded student who steps up when others don't. Her consistent work ethic, can-do attitude, subtle leadership style, and respect for her peers and teachers shows that she is of the highest character. Gemma should know know that her exceptional qualities are always noticed and appreciated. Congratulations, John. The 11th grade student of the month, Tristan West. Seems like Tristan was unable to attend tonight. He wasn't certain if he was going to be happy to work when I talked to him yesterday. But here's what his nominating, again, I had two teachers who provided a nomination for Tristan. I'd like to nominate Tristan West in 11th grade. Tristan is a reliable, hardworking, and great actor. He exhibits positivity, leadership every day, and makes the group around him better. Another teacher added, he is an all-around great individual. While often soft-spoken in class, he is intelligent and quite humorous. He would often ask insightful questions and would always put his best foot forward in class. Lastly, he is a great friend. He would often lend an ear or have some words of encouragement for his friends and classmates. Congratulations to Tristan. And from the 12th grade, our student of the month, Nick Dabrowski. Nick was certain he had a baseball game this evening, so I'll cut to, again, another example of, this was 3 for 3 of students who had double nominations.
Wow.
Okay? Each day, Nick comes to class with a great attitude. He is pleasant with his peers, hardworking, and always respectful to adults. It's hard being a senior late in March. However, Nick never complains, never slacks off, and is determined to finish his senior year the right way. Nick is a great student, but more importantly, a great person. Nick, like others, like many of his peers at Cuyahoga Heights, is the reason this place is one of the best schools in Ohio. Another teacher added, while I do not have him this year, I had him in grades 9 and 11 as in Honors World AP, 9 through 11, in AP World, AP Euro, and AP US History. In my class, he always tried his best and made sure to make the most of the opportunities for growth in my class. He has always been a great friend, often looking out for others. Honestly, I am quite surprised that he had not been nominated as Student of the Month. He is a great all-around young adult, and he will make it far in life. Congratulations, Nick.
We need to stop that ice cream truck, I think, right?
It's tempting for all of us.
All right, students, if you could just wait one moment. We're also going to do our staff spotlight. So, Mr. Suchaki. What's that? Okay, I'll let you all sit down. You've been standing up here long enough. Colin, why don't you go chase down that ice cream truck? I'm joking, because I know you will. Yeah, no, he will.
I would not.
All right, I'd like to make a motion to approve the staff spotlight resolutions.
Okay. We have we do them in one motion, both of them?
Yes.
Okay, we have the staff spotlight for March. Let me make sure I have the right one for Dr. Brian Freed, and the staff spotlight for April, Colleen Murray. Make a motion that we give those items. May I have a second, please?
Second.
Second by Mr. Dobbins. Treasurer, please call the roll.
Mr. Suchaki?
Aye.
Mr. Dobbins?
Aye.
Mrs. Etter?
Aye.
Mrs. Decker?
Aye.
Motion passes 4-0.
Okay, unfortunately, Dr. Freed had another engagement this month, but I'm going to go ahead and read his nomination, which was by Mrs. Pavick last month in March. So this is for Dr. Brian Freed. So whereas Dr. Brian Freed has demonstrated an unwavering commitment to empowering students to achieve their academic potential and prepare for post-secondary success, and whereas he provides critical support in coursework, organization, and communication skills, equipping students with the tools necessary for success in both school and workforce. And whereas Dr. Brian Freed actively collaborates with staff to develop and implement effective strategies that enhance student learning and engagement in the classroom. And whereas he organizes meaningful and enriching field trips that help students transition from high school to future academic and career opportunities. And whereas Dr. Brian Freed plays a vital role in assisting struggling students in meeting graduation requirements, ensuring that every student has the support they need to succeed. And whereas he has served as both an intervention specialist and currently as an MTSS coordinator, dedicating extensive time and effort, including extra hours, to help students prepare for state testing and overcome academic challenges. Now, therefore, be it resolved that we proudly recognize and commend Dr. Brian Freet for his exceptional dedication, tireless efforts, and profound impact on the success and well-being of students. His commitment to education and student growth is truly commendable and deeply appreciated. So he is being recognized as the March 26, 2025 selection to the Cuyahoga Heights Staff Spotlight. Congratulations to Dr. Brian Freet. All right, and Dr. Freed then nominated Colleen Murray, so come on up. The big kids, they don't always like coming up here, so, but you definitely deserve this. I'm going to hand you your medal. All right. Okay, so here's what Dr. Freed had to say in making this nomination of the honoring of Colleen Murray. Whereas Colleen Murray has been selected for the Staff Spotlight in recognition of her exceptional dedication, positivity, and impact within Cuyahoga Heights schools, and whereas she is a true asset to the district, known for her depth of the relationships she builds with her students and her unwavering commitment to creating meaningful, engaging learning experiences. And whereas this school year, Ms. Murray's environmental science students have produced impressive and innovative work, a reflection of her ability to foster curiosity, collaboration, and high-level learning in a challenging subject area. And whereas her partnership with fellow educators, including Chad Robinson, that's no easy undertaking now, is it? Chad's great. Exemplifies the power of collaboration in creating impactful educational opportunities for students. And whereas Colleen Murray is among the kindest individuals in the district, bringing positive energy and a supportive presence in every interaction with students and colleagues alike. And whereas her contributions consistently reflect the core values of Cuyahoga Heights schools, making her a role model and a source of inspiration within our school community. Now, therefore, be it resolved that Cuyahoga Heights Board of Education and Administration proudly recognize Colleen Murray as the recipient of this month's Staff Spotlight for her outstanding service, passion, and lasting impact she makes every day. Congratulations.
Thank you for doing it.
Well deserved. All right, so we are going to take a short, did you vote already? You did vote. Okay, we're going to take a short recess. We're going to get photos out by the backdrop, Cuyahoga Heights, with the Board of Education, with our Students of the Month, and our Staff Spotlight as well. Afterwards, stay up an extra hour, go get ice. Do something fun. Watch the Cavs win tonight, whatever you need to do. Okay? Thank you all for coming.
Okay. It's 7:33, we're coming back from our celebration break. Section 5 is next, comments from the public. No one has signed up for anything, and there's nobody in the room. So let's move to the next section, which is 6A. At this point, I hereby move that the board adjourn to executive session pursuant to ORC 121.22G1 to consider the appointment, employment, and compensation of a public employee official, and 121.22G3, conferences with an attorney for the public body concerning disputes involving the public body that are subject of pending or imminent court action. May I have a second for that item?
Second.
Second by Mr. Dobbins. Any discussion? Hearing none, treasurer, please call the roll.
Mr. Suchaki?
Aye.
Mr. Dobbins?
Aye.
Mrs. Etter?
Aye.
Mrs. Decken?
Aye.
Motion passes 4-0. It is 7:34. We are going into executive session. Action will be taken when we return. is 8:28 PM and we are reconvening out of executive session. Treasurer, please call the roll.
Mr. Dobbins.
Here.
Mrs. Etter.
Here.
Mrs. Decker.
Here.
Mr. Suchaki.
Here, 6 present, the 4 present, 1 absent. Mr. Young, you have an item for us?
Yeah, I'd like to add an item under number 12, staff, superintendent's business, staff resignations. It will be letter B.
Letter B. 12B is being added to the agenda. I'll make a motion for that. May I have a second, please? Mrs. Decker will second. Treasurer, please call the roll for the amended agenda.
Mr. Suchaki.
Aye.
Mrs. Decker.
Aye.
Mr. Dobbins.
Aye.
Mrs. Etter.
Aye.
Motion passes 4-0. We're moving on to Section 7, Treasurer's Business Minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Suchaki. I just have a few items tonight for approval. I ask for items 7A, 8A through 8D for approval tonight.
Okay. I'll accept a motion for the Treasurer's consent agenda, please.
So moved.
Second?
Okay. I wasn't sure that was you, Maria. Okay, and Mr. Dobbins, second.
And just have a couple items to talk about.
Okay,
So our financial reports, bank reconciliation, and payments for board review is 8A. Just wanted to point out that our tax collections came in a bit lower than historically what we've seen. So if I were to pull up our 5-year forecast, and I'm just doing that on my own, our tax collection percentage has been mid to upper 90s. So last year was 98%, year before 97, 21 it was 97, 2020 it was 97, 2019 97, 2018 96, 2017 95, 2016 97, 2015 96, and then 2014 is where it was at 89%, and the year before 2013 89. For half the year so far, we're around 90% now. So we're not to mid or upper 90s, we're at 90. So we still have the other half of the year to tackle. And I did call the county budget commission just to ask, and she said that, Cuyahoga County sent payments out later than usual, and that individuals could be challenging the high valuations, so holding off on payments. But if we're looking for some good news with that, I'm generally pretty conservative in all of my estimates, and we've been outperforming in other areas. Our public utility personal property, we received about $500,000 more than what was in the forecast. Our delinquent taxes, we received about $150,000 more. So when you net out kind of everything I have, we're right where I thought we would be. We just got there in a different way. So we took like an alternate route to get there. So 8B, purchase orders over 5,000, we just have 3. If we look at our lead sheet, our first one is Mally's Candies, and that's for candy fundraiser for the class of 2028. That amount is $5,625 that they'll be purchasing candy and then selling it for a bit more to generate profit. The second item is Blum of Minnesota, and that's for 4 65-inch Clever Touch TVs to the tune of $7,496 and change for our teaching staff that we have. And the third one is Savas Learning Company. That is for elementary school and middle school science workbooks, the licensure of that, $10,044. And I know, Matt, you can speak more on Savas if you wanted to add about that.
Yeah, that's just a renewal of our science resources, grades 4th grade through 8th grade. We've been doing that on an annual basis because of concerns about content changing at the state level. Coming out of this next budget bill, there may be some curriculum changes, so we proceed cautiously with some of our book orders. We've been using this for 7 years now.
I'm going to go back to just a discussion on the TVs. Some
Yep.
people might think that $7,500 for a TV is a little bit expensive. These are more than just
Yeah.
a television like you'd have in your room, right?
Yeah,
In your living room.
actually, Matt's gonna be the one ordering, so Matt, do you wanna talk on those TVs, the Clever Touch?
Yes, we're going to be ordering 4 Clever Touch TVs. This is continuing our classroom upgrades. Every year we order and we do a refresh. This year we're targeting people who already have regular not touch TVs, so we can upgrade and then take those TVs and upgrade more classrooms. We're spreading out the upgrades so more people get upgrades at less of a cost to the district.
And these TVs have some sort of
Yeah, they're-
special,
Yeah, so they're just like this one. They have wireless transmitting, so everyone has it. Everyone has a program on their computer that will let them wirelessly stream. Touchscreen enabled. It has a built-in Android operating system so that you can interact with some games and apps depending on the classroom. All in all, it's a massive upgrade for any classroom to get.
yeah, so you can go up to the screen and touch it and something happens.
10 points of coverage. We actually just received a TV of the same model, but 86 inches that's going to the ES library.
Right.
That was paid with the GPD grant.
Nice.
So these are special TVs, in other words. So
Right.
You wouldn't buy one of these for your house, that's why
Right,
they're more expensive.
exactly. So that's good to know.
Okay.
That's very good to know.
Good point.
8C, good news, we received a grant from the Ohio Attorney General's Office. Now, this is one of 2 grants that they're offering that we received. This grant is in the amount of $3,467 and change, and we're going to be using it for cameras around the district. We're still hopeful on the second grant, which we wrote it for the PA system that we have in the school. I emailed the Attorney General's office just to see if they had started approving districts and where we were at. They said that they're pausing it until May 31st, so I'm hopeful around that time that we hear good news on that.
Thank you for checking that.
Yep. And 8B, this is our renewal agreement with Minutemen HR. This is for third-party administration of workers' compensation claims that we have from time to time, any unemployment claims that we would possibly have, as well as enrolling us in what's called the group rating program. And if you look at our attachments, click on the BWC Group Experience Rating Program. So that's from the Bureau of Workers' Compensation website. And what it says is, this program allows, and we've been in either this program or the other one that the Bureau has for the past 8, 9 years. But it said, this program allows both public and private employers with better than average claim histories to join through a sponsoring organization. We then rate the group as one employer altogether. By participating in group experience rating, employers may enjoy much lower premium rates than they could attain on their own. So that's why we partner through that to get a credit back. And our credit could be as high as, if we were to close this attachment and open the first one, T5, it should be on the second page. And it could be in the ballpark of $9,111, when it's all said and done. So the cost of this agreement's about $1,000. So if we receive that, it more than pays for itself by doing it. And then we also get all the other add-ins too, the third-party administration for everything else. So it's kind of a win-win. And actually too, I mean, we know how, much they help us. I mean, Mr. Young, we had a unfortunate incident with an employee in the parking lot slipping on ice during the winter, which became a workers' comp claim, and they assisted us and that staff member to be able to receive, care far greater, sooner than maybe perhaps they could have. So we just recently went through that. And those are the items I have for approval tonight.
Okay. Any other discussion? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Mrs. Zetter?
Aye.
Mr. Dobbins?
Aye.
Mrs. Decker?
Aye.
Mr. Soucek?
Aye, motion passes 4-0. Moving on to section 10, treasurer comments and discussion.
Yep, just for tonight. First one is the May 2025 five-year forecast. So again, just our timeline, looking to present May 14th and approve it at that board meeting. Because if we click on that attachment, the Ohio Department of Education and Workforce recommends districts complete the submission no later than May 23rd. And our second board meeting is May 28th, so that's why we're looking to do it all at the 14th. 10B, good news, if we click on the attachments, we had the Ohio Department of Education and Workforce review our federal grants, which is called the single audit for fiscal '24. And if we go down to that conclusion, our review of this report indicates there are no issues with respect to federal financial assistance programs dispersed by the Ohio Department of Education and Workforce. So that's a clean audit by them as well, so good news there for federal grants.
Congratulations.
And 10C, just rolling with that, the Auditor of State's Office. So they're going to come out to our May 14th board meeting to present our district with the Auditor of State Award for the clean audit for fiscal year '24. So that's another opportunity that we have to take a picture all together. So if everybody wants to wear a certain color, you can wear red or gray or whatnot. And then we get to, publicize that out, which is great news, and hopefully they can, put it on Instagram and all other content. So it's great public, recognition for our district. And then 10D is the discussion for, now this is that, we talked about at our other board meeting, our previous one, about the proposed 30% cap on carryover balance that schools would have. So, we have a couple items uploaded. That first one is just an email pointing out, cash balances, just kind of some talking points that they're highlighting, what it could do, and how harmful it can be for districts. So I attended a webinar earlier this week with, I want to say almost every super and treasurer in the state. It was put on by OSBA, BASA, and OASBO, and they had individuals that discussed, a variety of issues with that. They recommend that we still continue to advocate, tell our story, and say how potentially devastating it could be for our budget, as well as, more than 80% of the schools that are out there, and eventually hits 100% of the schools, because it's going to be peaks and valleys as you go. So, I've been continuing to email all of the Senate representatives and House representatives in the state, as well as their aides, and I think it may be getting through. We had a voicemail from a House rep, which, is advocating for, this to be removed from the bill, so.
Do you remember which one it was?
I do. I can tell you after the meeting. I can play it, I'll play the voicemail. But, we continue to work as a tandem, Matt and myself, to advocate as much as we can. We know it's making its way to the Senate, and that's where our focus is. And again, we're continuing to be on these calls with all of the organizations, OSBA, BASA, and OASBO. I got a nice email from OASBO's executive director, just thanking, for the efforts that we're doing here, Katie Johnson. But we'll continue. And again, it just goes back to, we have among the lowest tax rates, in our county as a school district. I feel we've been, good stewards of our money. And, to potentially go down this route, it could only, be unfavorable for the students of the district, and we're going to try to, do the best that we can with what we have. And that's all I have for tonight.
Okay,
Thank you, Matt.
thank you. Okay, moving on to section 11, superintendent's business.
Okay, I ask for the following to be considered on the consent agenda. Item 11A, items 12A and B, item 13A, and items 14A, B, and C.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion for those items, please.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Dobbins,
Second?
second by Ms. Etter. Discussion.
All right, 11A, this is our annual approval of our graduates for the upcoming class. This is the class of 2025. Per completion of all board-adopted graduation requirements. So we've got 6 weeks to go. We need to make sure we fulfill all those graduation requirements. Feel pretty confident that the students on this list are going to make it to that graduation day. Items 12A and B, we have resignations of 2 employees. One is for Mr. Frank Domzowski as a tradesman, the second for Ms. Erin Harris as an administrative assistant. I want to thank them both for their years of service to the school district, and I wish them well in their future endeavors. 13A is the employment of an intervention specialist. This is the employment of Leanne Candow as an elementary and a middle school intervention specialist. She'll be splitting time. Master Step 5 on a 1-year limited contract. Ms. Candow worked for us back, I think, 2009 and 10, and 10 and 11. And then she's been a long-term sub full-time for us over the past 2 years and has just done a tremendous job. So she not only had a student of the month, but she gets hired for next school year. So looking forward to having Ms. Candow. And then we have, under 14, we have some agreements, contracts, and memberships. The first is an agreement with BSN Sports. It's a 5-year agreement per the attachment. I'm going to have Mr. Burek talk about our relationship with BSN, but I want you to think about this as like fuel perks with Giant Eagle. You know, as you purchase more from Giant Eagle, you get extra perks like money off of gas or a free car wash. Well, this is on the sports. So how long have we been with BSN now?
So we probably started a relationship with BSN in 2016-17 season. They were one of the area providers for Nike apparel, for athletic uniforms. They're the kind of the dedicated provider. They're a local company, so we first did this football uniforms with them, and they're a great customer service. Mr. Calvert has really even increased the relationship with them over the past 7 years within working in the department. So they've always given us some different rebates and things like that on the lower end. Since they've seen the money we spend with them, and some of the things that they can provide to us, they really expanded outside just athletic apparel. They could do scoreboards now and stadium bleachers and a lot of different things that kind of fall into our needs. But there's a rewards program based on different tiers of spending with them on a year-to-year basis, and that really helps to support the athletic budget, because that would go back towards different athletic needs, whether it's equipment or apparel, uniforms, things like that. So it's a real good partnership, and there's a lot of supports that they're able to provide to our school, both in the short term and in the future.
Can I ask a question? This doesn't mean that like families, like they do Spirit where they have to buy it through
No,
BSN?
we
Okay.
have no obligation to buy anything through them. It just benefits, the more we buy from them, the more money we could potentially earn back to put towards other needs on a year-to-year basis. But again, they do a nice job with things. If people want to explore things, different organizations that work with Cuyahoga Heights, they're free to do so as well. But it's good for our athletic department and some of the things we do.
All right, fantastic.
I assume we're still looking at other vendors to make sure there's
Always
the
do,
lowest
yeah.
cost
Yeah.
in the first place.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a preferred vendor, not a exclusive vendor.
Right.
Yeah, we always, even if it's, Mr. Muccio always reminds us, if it's something over $3,000, we have to get 3 quotes, and unless it's an exclusive.
And that's a big thing, like I know, like, both when I was
Right.
in athletics and Ryan was, one of the ways to really maximize your budget is to shop around, get the best price, and the best service. And again, them being close, they're very receptive to do things on a short time frame too. So sometimes those emergency needs, but there's other vendors that athletics still works with for different equipment and apparel and things of that nature.
Yeah, and we're automatically, by signing this, going to get a $12,000 perk to purchase equipment before the end of, I think it's by June 30th, I think. But by signing this, because we've done such a long partnership with them, it's kind of like rewarding us for some of our partnerships and the expenses we've had in the past. So, and then there's other ways to earn more money into the future, but you always have to use it back towards equipment. It's not like they're going to cut you a check. It's money back towards equipment. 14B, this is our agreement for stadium rental with Trinity. There are 5 dates that is going to be for them. It's on September 5th, September 13th, October 4th, October 10th, October 25th. If you look at their schedule, you'll notice that there are 6 Cuyahoga Heights dates, and that's because one of them is our game. It's actually our home game to host them. So, but
You aren't going to charge them for that one?
no, we're not going to charge them for that. But we do charge $4,500 per game. Okay, so times 5 games, that's a healthy amount of money that we're getting for stadium rental, and that should cover all the costs of faculty managers, the police, the EMS, custodial fees, even if there's overtime that more than covers that cost. So we're grateful that they continue to have that partnership with us. And then 14C, this is the approval of Paladin Protective Services for annual fire inspections, among other things per the attachment. And because Paladin is, they partner with Einheit, who's going to be installing our brand-new fire alarm system this summer in the middle school and high school. We're also we're hoping we get the second Attorney General grant, much larger one that would allow us to replace the PA system in the middle school, high school. Paladin would be the vendor who would do that. They've had the best quote. So Paladin's a local company that has been very responsive and has been a good partner for us. So it makes sense for next year to have them service our.
So this inspection that they will be doing at a cost of $7,500 is going to take place after the
Yep, we-
equipment is in place, the
we-
new
yeah.
fire
We
system?
currently have a separate system, a separate company that comes in. We need somebody to come in and annually monitor all of our equipment, fire extinguishers, the fire alarms, all the pull stations, where we have sprinklers, which is not, we don't have many. We do in like the wood shop, for example. We already have a company that we've been contracting for several years that's coming in, so that has come in. This is a new company to come and do that same service, and it makes sense since it's going to be their system to come in and do the maintenance on it.
But that will happen after, the summer when this new system
Yep,
is in place?
yeah, it starts at the beginning of every school year. So they'll come in and they'll service over at the elementary school first, and then they will hopefully make their way over to here.
Okay.
So those are all the items that I have for tonight.
Okay, any other discussion? Hearing none, treasurer, please call the roll.
Mr. Dobbins.
Aye.
Mrs. Etter.
Aye.
Mrs. Decker.
Aye.
Mr. Souchaki.
Aye, motion passes 4-0. Superintendent, discussion and comments, item 16.
Yeah, not many. I've been out for a couple days. I had a minor surgery yesterday, so, but it was great to see kids back into school. We're making that final stretch towards the end of the school year. We still have some state testing and some AP testing to do, and some spring sports to get through, but we're going to be starting those senior end-of-year events. It's going to be very exciting as we get into May and work towards graduation. So that's going to go pretty quickly here. But continue to work with Mr. Muccio to advocate and to inform the board about some of the happenings down in Columbus. The Senate, the House, they've been on recess, spring recess for the last 2 weeks. So you should expect next week to start hearing about some activity going on down there. I know a group is potentially going down on the 29th, and I may join them from the first ring to go down and either provide testimony or to support those providing testimony. So I will let you know.
Mr. Young, it's my understanding at this point that procedurally, the budget matter is before the Senate. And so our focus as an elected official should be to make requests of our state senators
Yes.
for.
Yeah, our senator is Senator Jerry Serino.
Correct.
All right, he's our senator. I sent a personal, and they want personal. They don't want like these, standard,
Sure.
like if BASA puts out something and says, say this. They want a personal contact from their constituents.
Okay.
And
Thank you.
I did that last week, and I know Mr. Muccio has done the same thing. So
Well, thank you both for
we'll
your
see if we
efforts.
can get in front of them. If I can get in front of them with a group next week, that would be great.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Best committee meetings next Wednesday. It's our last one of the year, where we look forward to kind of providing a comprehensive summary of what we've done over the course of this year. Talk about House Bill 96, which is the budget bill, and then kind of roll out our very comprehensive capital improvement plan. And then I had talked about presenting that to the board in May, except you've got the 5-year forecast, and that takes center stage. So maybe I'll wait till June to give you that presentation. That way we can have our own time to talk about what the best committee did this year. It's been a very productive year. It's been great to get through all those meetings with a collaborative group of community members and staff. That's all for tonight.
Okay, moving on to section 17, there's nothing on the board agenda for tonight, so 18, board discussion committee reports and comments. Anyone? No? Okay. 19, future agenda items, board members may suggest items for inclusion in a future agenda. Anyone? All right. Informational items. It should be noted that Board of Education members received their agendas several days prior to the meeting and have had a considerable opportunity to study and ask questions and so on. Upcoming regular meetings, May 14th at 6, May 28th at 7, and June 16th at 6, and they're all here in the Monterey Media Center PDR room.
June 16th doesn't sound right, but,
You have something?
no, June 16th doesn't sound like a Wednesday, that's all.
Oh.
So is
okay,
it a
that's the
wrong date?
June 11th?
Should be June 11th, and then it should be June 25th. Yes. All right, I'll get those corrected. Yeah, I know on the 25th, I'll be out of town, so if it's okay, Mr. Burek will cover for me during that meeting.
Yeah, I probably won't be here the 11th.
And can someone please remind me what day commencement is, please?
June 1st,
Okay,
Sunday, June 1st.
noon, 1?
Noon. Yeah, be here at between 11 and 11:30, and the superintendent's office will have it air conditioned.
And senior night is Tuesday, May
May
27th, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll provide, I'll get all those dates to the board in my Friday update, and then at the next meeting, I'll make a point to mention some of the highlights as we get towards the end of the year for our seniors.
Okay. Okay, if nothing else to come before the board, I'll entertain a motion for adjournment, please.
So moved.
Oh, who got there first?
I'll
Or
second it.
simultaneously.
I'll second.
Yeah, okay, Mr. Dobbins will second. All right, Ms. Decker made it first. Hearing no discussion, I assume, please call the roll.
Mrs. Decker?
Aye.
Mr. Dobbins?
Aye.
Mrs. Etter?
Aye.
Mr. Souchaki?
Aye, motion passes 4-0. It is 8:55 PM and we are adjourned.